Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, J.I. Colorist. My name is Jody and today we are going to share the love with a coloring tag that was created by Erica from Elm Colors. So shout out to her. Her channel will be linked in the video description. I was tagged by Jazzy Doodle Designs, so shout out to her as well. She has an hilarious channel. And I love the way she edits her videos. So if you haven't checked out both those ladies, definitely check their links out in the video description because they are both gems to the coloring community. Erica created this tag. There are 10 questions and it's all about sharing the love. This is the love month, so what the heck? Let's share some love about coloring. We're going to start with the first question. So I'll move that out of the way. I have a stack of books here that I've picked. I have been coloring since 2016 on a regular basis. And so some of these pictures are from a long time ago. They are maybe not the best items that I've ever done, but they are special to me. And so I would like to share them with you. The first one is share a page you love and tell us what you love about it. And I am going to start off with Romantic Country #1. This is a book that I have completed. There is a full flip through on my channel. And this is the page that I love. I did this years and years ago. It was one of the very first YouTube color alongs that I followed myself. So I believe it was either Peter Hewitt or Chris Chung, one of those two ladies. I followed them both back then. And yeah, so this, I was just really proud of how I was able to do the page, and I still look back at it and smile when I see it. So yeah, so I think that this is a page I love, and it just brings me memories of when I did it. I haven't gone back and retouched up anything. This is just, I followed along with the color along, and this was the results. So actually I think I'll adjust the camera just a little bit. Okay, maybe you can see the full picture there now. Apologize for that. But yeah, this is my one of the pages that I love. As you can imagine, I've been coloring, like I said, since 2016. So there are literally thousands of pages that I have colored over the years. But this one always kind of reminds me of kind of what's possible when you follow along in a color along in my early journey. From Romantic Country, the next question is share an uncolored page you love, and what is the page what is about the page that you most love? So I decided to, oh, now the sun's coming out. I decided that I would share a whole book instead of just one page. And that's this Korean book. It's Nostalgia. It's a Green Ivy. And what I love about this book is the innocent pictures. This little girl is just so sweet, and all the faces are happy. I don't do a lot of portraits, but something like this just seems totally doable. I do like that there's the inspiration page on this side. It's wonderful paper, and there's just so many different pictures that I'm really excited to dive into this book more this year. I have done a page or two in the book. So I got this book in last year in 2024. So this is a page I did. I believe I have done another page as well. Yes, I've also done this page. And so I like the fact that you don't always, you have an image of a person in it, but it's not the whole picture, you know, just focused on that. And it's like, this is the backside of her, so you're seeing it at a different angle, and it's not always just a full-on portrait, which I'm not great at. It's not something that I prefer to color. So yeah, so I am going to say that as an uncolored page, this is pretty much an uncolored book. There's only 2 pages done in it, and I look forward to coloring more in it in 2025. So the next question is, share a book you love and what draws you to that book. And I'm going to talk about Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. This is kind of what started my channel. I have completed this book. I've completed 13 coloring books, but this was one of the first ones that I actually completed, and I wanted to share with somebody other than just my husband and son, who were pretty much tired of me just showing them my pictures all the time. So I completed this book, and I was pretty excited to complete it. I started using quite a bit of multi-mediums in it. Like this page here has stickles, it has gel pen, it has watercolors, it has pencils. So this was kind of my journey where I started really experimenting with different things in this book. So it holds a lot of meaning to me. I actually started drawing in background, so I drew in with chalk pastel pencils, the brickwork behind here, and I really enjoyed the whole process of completing this book. And yeah, so it still holds a lot of memories for me. There's a complete flip through of this book for you to view on my channel. So yeah, so Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, it was a huge book. It was, took me well over a year of pretty much coloring, not solely in this book, but a majority of my time was spent in here. So lots of fun, good memories. The next question, share a background you love. Was it the process of creating it or the end result? And I have two books. One is Romantic Country #2. This is also finished, and this is the background. And there isn't a lot of background in this one, but I just really love how I did the sky peeking out from the clock tower, and I love how this picture turned out. And it was some watercolor pencils and regular pencils, and it stands out to me as something really pretty, and I like that. I can't seem to leave backgrounds alone. So if you've been with my channel, and that brings up this book, which is also a completed book. It's the Christmas coloring book, and I have backgrounds on every single page. This one I started drawing in this book some backgrounds. So this is a acorn or pine cone, sorry. Pine cone behind the little matchstick mouse guy. I finished this book as part of Christmas in July for 2023, or Christmas 2023. And there's just tons of backgrounds for each one. And so there are many videos on completing, because this was like for day 9. I had 25 pages left in this book, so I used it as my completed book. So I just really enjoyed. I can't seem just to leave the mouse alone in his little circle. I have to always expand the circle and create a background. So lots of different backgrounds. So I think that there's always something fun you can add. And so yeah, so backgrounds in all of my books, but those ones were completed and stuck out to me in my memory. Share what type of pages you love to color, cutesy, portrait, realistic, or fantasy, and why do you prefer that style? I prefer realistic coloring. Cutesy is fun. Probably the most cutesy that I've done would be Lulu Mayo, and I've thoroughly enjoyed finishing this book. There is a recent flip through of my completed book. So yeah, Lulu Mayo is probably the cutest one that I've done. I'm an accountant at heart and as a profession, so coloring realistic is more natural for me. So yeah, this book has really challenged me to think outside the box and do some things a little bit fun. So yeah, but typically I would prefer realistic things. And share what type of objects you love to color. And that brings me to a surprise. I would have said for last year that I generally liked to color scenes, like the romantic country scenes and that kind of stuff. But with the coloring the animals of the zodiac last year, I actually really found myself enjoying coloring animals and trying to keep them as realistic as possible. So I had a lot of fun doing some different and unusual animals, and then some of these animals like this. So I had a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed all the different, I actually started using markers last year. I'm still not an expert, still not great, still prefer color pencils, but I'm getting there. And I think that's also fun, is that I've been coloring since 2016, but there's still so much that I can still be learning and trying out. And share the embellishments you love to use. Do you use stickles, loose glitter, metallic watercolors, drawing, or collage? And I have used everything. I very much enjoy doing mixed media stuff. This year I have started to do some collage. So here's a sneak peek at a February completed page. And this is, I purchased a couple of years ago some handmade paper from an art store, and I'm finally starting to use it. So yeah, so I'm starting to collage a little bit using that. That's kind of fun. I've always used stickles, and something that I really enjoy using is this Winsor Newton iridescent medium. This is a liquid that you can add to watercolors, or you can actually just paint it directly over top of your color pencil, and I'll show you an example of that. So last year I started coloring in the grains of gold, mainly for my video series that was the birthstones of each month. And so where I used the Winsor Newton iridescent medium is on top of the fly's wings here, and you can see that they are shiny. They don't add a lot of texture to the page, so the following page is easily done, whereas on this side there's stickles, and that gets quite bumpy. So depending what you're doing on this page, you can either have some issues with that, but the iridescent medium adds quite a bit of shine and sparkle without the texture. So that's something I've been using for years. Something else that I started using more this last year, and that is dimensional glaze for different things. So I've got a few different dimensional items. I've got the Mod Podge 3D dimensional stuff. I've got glossy accents, and I have triple thick. And there is a short video explaining the differences between those. But yeah, I've used it quite often on pages, and really like how that affects. So those are probably the ones that I use the most. Certainly a lot of gel pens happen, but yeah, I do love to bring in everything from washi tape to glitter. Yeah, lots of fun. Okay, the next question is, share what color you love to use on your pages, and is it the same as your favorite color? Well, my favorite color for clothing would be red. Whether that's red just as a shirt, or red plaid, or that's kind of my go-to color. I really like to use that, but I don't find a lot of good red pencils or gel pens, so I don't tend to use a lot of red. I do tend to use a lot of nature colors, so a lot of browns, a lot of greens. This one was a lot of browns and then some burgundies, and I do love to do like oranges and stuff like that, but again, a lot of brown, a lot of burgundy, some oranges. Those tend to come into my pictures. I do use quite often so more brown, so if you look at my pictures, maybe there's just a lot of brown, pink and yellow, I'm not sure. But I do enjoy using the Sarah Renee color palettes, and that also pushes me out of my typical coloring colors, and I think that that's important for me anyways, because I do have a very realistic type bent, and it's hard for me to think outside the box at times. Okay, the next question is, share what hobbies you love other than coloring. Are you an indoor cat or more outdoorsy? And I'd say that I am an indoor cat in the winter and an outdoor cat in the summer. In Canada, it's pretty cold, and I do use oxygen, so it is not pleasant to be outside in the cold for me. So I do like to do diamond painting. So here's an example of one of those. I just had this sitting on my wall, so I thought I would grab it and show you. But I do enjoy diamond painting. I do also just started cross stitch. So here is how I'm doing on this cross stitch. It's almost done. I just have the, I guess it's called back stitching left to do on it. So I'm hoping to get that done shortly. I'm just waiting for a little bit of a tutorial on that. So I'm doing cross stitching. I do a lot of reading, audio books, especially while I'm coloring. And in the summer, I do quite a bit of gardening. I live on an acreage, so there's lots of yard work and gardening to do. So yeah, I'm definitely an indoor cat in the winter, where I stay in from the cold, and outside in the summer. And the next question, and the last question, is share what you love most about coloring and our wonderful coloring community. And I would have to say, and I'll just give you another picture to stare at, one of my favorites. And this is from Mythographic Magical Earth. And I'll let you look at this page. I love most is how global it is, and how supportive and diverse the people are and we all have a common love of coloring. So the coloring community is what I love most about it, and I just love how people from all over the world have connected with me to do buddy colors through Instagram and YouTube, and it's just been a joy to get that connection with people that enjoy the same things that I do, and yet they're from all different walks of life. And I just think that really creativity and art is a great thing to bring people together, and everyone is so supportive, and I really enjoy communicating and commenting back and forth to everybody. So if there is something that you love about the coloring community that I haven't mentioned, or that you want to shout out about, leave that in the comments below, because it's kind of nice to know what everyone is what they enjoy about our coloring community, because it is pretty special. And yeah, so thank you so much. Again, this is just another page that I really love. I did this in 2023. Is it perfect? No. Does it make me smile? Yes, it does. And that's really all I care about. And a lot of my best pages are ones that I've done with buddies. So this is no exception. This was a buddy page. And I really have enjoyed getting to know everybody that has buddied up with me. And yeah. So thank you so much for spending the time with me. I would like to tag 3 people, Amanda Colors, Candace at Happy Catastrophes, and Jana from Color and Create with Jana. Those 3 channels, hope those ladies don't mind me tagging them, and I hope they get a chance to share the love. If you can't do it this month, I'm sure we can still continue sharing the love later on in the year, so no pressure on getting this done right away. I hope you are having a creative and colorful day. I hope you get a chance to do something creative in your coloring books, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.